Hello, my name is Olia. I'm 22 years old and I am a postgraduate student from the University of Athens. I just finished the Department of History and Archaeology and History of Art. I'm from Greece and I live in Athens. I think that my life can be presented through a love triangle. In the first angle, you can see museums. In the second angle, you can see painting and arts in general. And in the third angle, and most important, you can see music. I think that museums can be represented through my curriculum vitae via my studies. My studies were dedicated to museums, archaeology, history of art and culture, and I would like some time in the future to follow a career in museum studies. The second part is dedicated to painting and most specific in comic books. I am an amateur illustrator myself, and actually this is my first work. This is my first comic book, Starman, which is also dedicated to a musician, David Bowie, and his persona, Ziggy Stardust. The third part is music. Music has always been a part of my life. Since I was 10 years old, I remember myself taking classical studies. I started with the classical guitar, but I have always thought that there was a part of me more close to jazz music. So when I first heard a CD that my mother had given to me as a gift, a Miles Davis CD, it was love at first sight with jazz music. So I decided to start how to play a brass instrument, trumpet specifically. And for 10 years I have studied trumpet and I participated in many big bands as a member of an orchestra in my school. I went to a musical school. I was part of a chorus of many bands. I always liked to sing, and at the same time I was always listening to more and more jazz musicians, Duke Ellington, Thelonious Monk, Charlie Parker, Dizzy Gillespie. So my jazz knowledge grew with me as I grew up. And now that I have reached a level that is over average, I have decided to learn how to play the alto saxophone. I always wanted to try that, and for the past 2 years I'm taking jazz lessons in a conservatoire here in Athens. I have very good and dedicated teachers. I'm taking harmony classes, jazz harmony classes and modern musical theory, because I think that learning how to play an instrument doesn't make a complete musician. You have to listen to music every day and discover new albums and have many experiences, not only in your own study schedule, but you have to go out and see the world and discover music outside the walls of a conservatoire or outside the walls of your house. I have also learned how to play the piano in my school, and so after having all this experience in music, I have decided to give lessons to children and share my knowledge and my love, my passion for music. So I have a small class consisted by 4 students that are very, very good musicians already, even though they're only 12. And I'm very proud of them because they make a small band. I call them the Beatles actually, they're very good. And they love music very much. Well, the reason I want to come to Almeria and classic jazz is because I have the need to share my creativity, to share my innovational mind and everything I have my inner spirit to inspire people, to share my love for music and arts in general. I think that together we can gather to make the world a better place through art. Art is the biggest weapon we have against cultural differences, against everything that stops us from being free. I want to come to Classic Jazz as a volunteer to inspire people, discover their own talent, discover, as I have discovered, their passion for music, and go over the line of their limits, of their difficulties to communicate or express themselves. I want to teach them or show them how to improvise, not only with their instruments, but with their own lives, to be more open to new things, be more open-minded and more outgoing. And I think that music is the way to do that. And I think that that would be a great opportunity for myself to discover and explore my own limits, my talents, the possibilities I have to share everything I have gained from my education and experiences. And I think that there is no greater gift for someone from sharing everything that life has given him with other people.